Now we're going to take a step into Lizz's Ugly Bakery. Today, Pavlov.
Pavlova.
That.
It was named for, and we only found this out this morning, a Russian ballerina. But the dessert actually comes from Australia and New Zealand.
Okay.
I don't know. In the 1800s, she was a ballerina. But I've never had this before, but I have been binge watching Great British Baking Show and the Kids Baking Championship and all of that during all the social distancing. And so I was like, I'm going to try that.
Okay.
It was so much fun.
To make?
Yes.
Well, it looks like no, seriously, she brought it in, and I thought, she's going to throw that in my face because it just looks like a pile of cream on a plate.
It looks just like a pile of cream, but it's not. It's a meringue. So you start with egg whites, and then I baked it for like 90 minutes on 200.
Sounds healthy, egg whites.
It's not.
Okay, well, okay.
Because then you layer, you can just put cream and berries on top, but I decided because also something else I've never made is a lemon curd. Yeah. And
so you put some curd in there.
Exactly. And the guys in the video department didn't know what that was. But it is delicious.
It's in a nursery rhyme.
Yes. It's lemon, and then I made homemade whipped cream. Okay. And then I put blackberries and raspberries on top.
So you tried to make some health in it.
Yes. And the funniest thing that happened was as I just 10 minutes ago was putting the creation together, because I thought, this is the prettiest thing I've ever made. It sunk right before my eyes.
It did. You should have seen her reaction.
I was like, oh, no. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was happening.
So I want to know, because you all have your slices, how it tastes.
Let's start with TJ and Ian in our video department.
Okay.
How do you guys like? They're digging in as we speak. Here goes Ian.
What do you think?
I'm not sure if that's an expression of joy.
I know.
It is. It definitely is.
It is?
It is what?
It's
joy?
Definitely joy. Definitely joy.
How does it taste? I mean, come on.
Very good. It's the perfect amount of lemon.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a lemon freak, so this is right up my alley. So, and the berries really complement it. Very good. Very, very good.
Nice.
I can go on and on about it.
TJ.
Yeah, it's pretty all right. It's pretty sour
Are
to
you
me.
kidding me?
It's pretty sour to me.
Well,
No, this ain't sour. You haven't tasted sour.
I upped the lemon level because I like lemon so much. So it's called for a tablespoon of lemon zest, and I put almost 2 tablespoons.
I'm going to give it a try.
Okay. Me too, because I've never tried it.
I'm going to get the whole stuff in there, that whole lemon curd.
Okay.
And the berries with the homemade whipped cream.
Homemade whipped cream?
That does have egg whites in it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What do you think?
Lemon meringue.
You think it tastes like a lemon meringue
To
pie?
me it does, yeah.
Okay, is the
Without
meringue
the crust.
chewy? Is it,
No.
crispy and chewy?
No. The berries are.
Oh, I got a mouthful now.
Yeah, I'd say this good.
I'm sorry. I'm more expressive than y'all. Cause where's my mama?
Yeah, come on now. Lizz's Ugly Bakery, looking for the recipe. Got you covered. Check out hisradio.com and Robin Lizz's blog. It's all right there for Lizz's Ugly Bakery and this Pavlov thing.
His Morning Crew.
I love hearing these stories about what people are doing during this time of social distancing, COVID-19, and getting those stimulus checks. There's a landlord that decided to take not just he and his wife's $3,400, I guess it is.
Oh, for real? Okay.
And give it to the tenants, his tenants, to help them pay their rent.
Nice.
Yeah, I said 34. It's $2,400, $1,200 a piece, and he paid off some of their rent. He said he felt compelled to pay it forward. And this is not really out of the ordinary for this guy. One of his tenants said she's lived under his ownership of her home or apartment for like 10 years. And he's done little things all during that time to show compassion.
Good for him.
Right.
Caring for people. They're just not people giving you money for a paycheck or something.
Exactly. And I've heard of, apartment complexes and different places like that are waiving the rent for a month or so. So it's
for like you don't have to pay me kind of thing.
Yes.
Some people are like, you don't have to pay me until it's done.
Exactly.
Get through this thing and then you can pay me what you owe me.
But then others are saying, no, for the next
Forget
month
it.
or two, let's not even worry about it.
Good.
We'll get through it together.
That is awesome.
His Morning Crew.
National Day of Prayer
Yeah, it
is today. By the way, his radio is a part of an event at noon today on Facebook Live. I hope you'll join us. And a big national event happening on Facebook Live, God TV, and Daystar TV as well with the National Day of Prayer.
And they're also going to carry it on Facebook Live. Tonight starts at 8 o'clock. You got Will Graham taking part. Michael W. Smith is going to be part. Rick Warren from Purpose Driven Life. So there's a whole list of people that are going to take part during those 2 hours. But honestly, you don't have to wait till then. You can take part now.
You can pray at any time.
Wherever you are.
That's true. And I know you don't need a day to pray.
No.
But it's nice to have a concerted effort that a lot of people are remembering. Oh, yeah, let's get together and let's pray about some certain things about our nation, especially what's going on with COVID-19 and all this other stuff, you know?
I know. Very specific about it, yeah.
Yeah, so join us, His Radio, with a special event. We're partnering with someone at noon today on Facebook Live. And then, of course, the national broadcast that's happening with the National Day of Prayer. And you'll see all that on His Radio.
His Morning Crew.
Pickens County, South Carolina, Rock Springs Baptist Church saw a need, and they said, let's fill that need. Let's take care of it. Almost $30,000 in school lunch debt.
Go get out. Really?
Yeah. Paid off by the church, like $29,000, $500, I don't even know, something, and some change. And, of course, the school district of Pickens County, put it up all over Facebook, and at first it was anonymous, and then they found out who did it. So, yeah, very cool. $29,703.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Just about 30 grand.
Yeah.
That's
Knowing that I think March 13th was our last day of school, if I'm not
close to it, if not that.
For most of us, it was that week. And so there were a lot of kids that left school, and maybe parents lost jobs, and they left some bills on the table, unfortunately, and they stepped right up and took care of it.
Look at that.
I know.
Rock Springs, huh?
Yeah.
Way to go, Rock Springs.
His Morning Crew.
Disney, for the first time ever, has had to close down for a long, extended time.
Yeah.
They don't close down unless a hurricane's coming through.
Sure.
And then that's like, are they really going to close down?
Oh, they close down for a couple of hours, don't they? Not even like a full day.
Oh, you mean at night?
Yeah. Well, no, I mean during a hurricane when it comes through.
Yeah. Well, I think is it Harvey? I can't remember which one. A couple of years ago, they did have to close because it went right through Orlando.
But they've had to close every park around the world.
Just like everybody else has had to do this whole thing that we've been doing.
Unbelievable. But they are going to be reopening in Shanghai. Not in Orlando, not in California, but in Shanghai on Monday. But they're training their, as they call, cast members. Those are their employees. But I love that they call them cast members. But they're going to train them on social distancing and cleaning and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Good. And the one thing about the parks here in America, Orlando, and out in California is you'll notice they'll open the restaurants and then they'll open their shops first.
Okay.
Like, I think it's called Disney Village in Orlando. But that whole Disney area with the restaurants and the shops and all that other stuff, they'll open that first. And then you'll see, okay, this is a sign that soon the theme parks will follow.
Yeah, because some of those rides, as I'm thinking about that, if they start there, there's going to be so many people that want to go. And then how do you social distance on a roller coaster? Right behind each other. So are you going to open every other car? The lines are going to be maybe a little longer.
The parade? There's got to be a max now. I'm sure it's not going to be capacity like what capacity used to be.
Which was shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah,
pretty much
right?
all day long. They're figuring it out. I would think Disney would have a very good model for us to follow. I would think.
Yeah, well, they're smart people.
Yeah.
They certainly know how to entertain, don't they?
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
Josh Gad. Familiar name?
Oh, yes.
How so?
Olaf. In Frozen.
Frozen. Okay.
Yes.
And didn't he play in Beauty and the Beast?
He was LeFou.
See, I didn't see the live action thing.
It's good.
Is it?
I really liked it.
I didn't see it at all. So he's doing this YouTube series right now, and it's called Gad's Reunited Apart YouTube.
Okay, so
Reunited Apart.
Who's he reuniting apart?
Well, he already reunited the Goonies.
Oh, I did hear about that. Okay.
Yeah. And now he's getting ready to reunite. Does this sound familiar?
It does. I'm trying to place it.
Oh, come on. You know this. You're an 80s kid.
Michael J. Fox.
Yes.
Back to the Future.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like the cast, at least Christopher Lloyd, Leah Thompson, and Michael J. Fox on Gad's, what is it called? Reunited Apart.
So
YouTube.
the main players of
Yeah.
Back to the Future.
And maybe they're hinting that the director might even come into it.
Oh, that's cool.
Robert Zemeckis?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I said it wrong.
He was big in the 80s. Has
He
I
was.
don't know that he's done that much lately that I'm aware of.
He doesn't need to.
He really doesn't.
He made enough back then.
He is just counting those dollars from Back to the Future.
Yeah, he's got the hand up and go whoop, whoop, whoop,
Exactly.
whoop, whoop, whoop. With all that.
Back to the Future. I love Michael J. Fox. Loved him in Family Ties.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still acting. He's still doing a few things, a few appearances.
He has in recent years.
Yeah,
You're
I'll
right.
be
But this is
outside
some
the
classic stuff.
This makes me want to have a Back to the Future weekend. Maybe
You're gonna
that's
grab
what
them all out?
Well, maybe that's what we binge watch.
That's a good binge.
Yeah, the first one was my favorite.
Yeah.
There were 3, right?
You're right.
Okay. What was
And
yours?
that's the one that predicted that Miami was going to have a baseball team and there was going to be a really old Rocky.
Oh, yeah.
Back to the Future 2.
And there is.
And there is, isn't there?
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
You know, I'm not going to call it what people are calling it.
No, I don't like the name either.
The Asian giant hornet.
That we've been hearing a lot about over the last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, these things are humongous.
You said 2 inches?
2 inches. They are two. I was telling Liz this earlier. They are 2 inches long. So they're pretty big hornets.
Yeah.
Their purpose is to, I guess, annihilate the bee population.
Yeah, the honeybees.
Yeah, the honeybees. So, and they're already kind of going extinct.
Extinct?
Yeah, in America.
Yeah.
So, I understand.
Uh-huh.
This is in Japan, right?
Okay, yeah.
That they're a tasty treat in Japan. They're a delicacy.
That's so gross.
And that is weird, isn't it?
I read that they will fry them up and serve them with rice.
Mm-hmm.
They will also take the venom and almost like it, you know how like you let tea steep
Okay.
so that it gets darker, richer in color, that kind of thing, and the flavor's more powerful. They kind of do the same thing with the venom, let it get an amber color, and then they use it in part of the dish like
Wow.
It's disgusting.
It is. You know, there are strange things that we think is weird.
Right.
To eat. Like, for instance, I spent time on the mission field in South America, in Ecuador, and in Honduras. In Ecuador, guinea pig is a delicacy.
And what does it taste like?
Kind of a stringy chicken. Did you see how she got out of me? Did I try it?
Well, yeah. You tried it. Guinea pig. Did you like it? So I would say
It was okay. I wouldn't sit down and go, I need me some. No, I don't think so.
Because on the Food Network, if you ever described anything as stringy chicken, that you would be chopped right now. So
Oh, really?
it
I'm
would
sorry.
not be a good thing. The weirdest thing I've ever had, and being a Southern girl, this is kind of weird. Frog legs.
Okay.
I had those on a cruise.
Yeah, and?
No.
Okay.
And I would not try the escargot. I just couldn't.
All right.
I couldn't choke it down.
I've tried other things, but people have had breakfast, and I'm not going to do that to you. I promise. But you know, we are a little curious
I want to know.
about you and the thing that you probably had tried. What's the story behind that?
Yeah, like a chocolate-covered grasshopper. Or
And we're
something
not
like
talking about a cheeseburger with extra cheese. You know, we're talking about that exotic stuff.
that? Yeah, that
you know?
somebody would go, "Ooh, really?" Mm-hmm. Yeah.
800-447-7234. It's his morning crew on his radio.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
800-447-7234. It's Rob and Liz. The texts are coming in about foods from a different land that people have tried before.
Exactly. Zeke said he's had chocolate-covered crickets, and he said they weren't really bad. They kind of taste like a chocolate chip, maybe chocolate
agree.
chip cookie. Yeah. Oh,
I'd
you've
agree.
had them?
I've had crickets.
I did not.
They sell them in bags like they're chips around here. They do. I actually had some at Dollywood when I was in the youth group. I'm like, no way. It was a dare. And I had some,
sure.
and it was good. I
and
was
it's
shocked.
not bad.
It leaves some stuff in your teeth, so you do have to brush when you're done.
So like a poppy seed.
I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Only, and mine were ranch flavored.
Oh my
ranch
goodness
flavored
gracious.
crickets. I know.
Well, Zeke said he also put them in a German chocolate cake at one time.
Nice.
Brandy said she loves goat meat. She says really good, comparable to beef. And I asked her, is it cheaper than beef? She said, no, actually, it's like $15 a pound.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, better be good.
Very okay. Julie's along with us at 800-447-7234. What about the food you had, Julie?
I was in Honduras on a mission, and they were so happy that we came, that a gentleman got on his horse with a slingshot only. Went and got a iguana and cooked it, grilled it, and I ate iguana.
He got all David on you with that slingshot and got that iguana for your meal. That's amazing.
Exactly.
How did he do that?
I have no clue, but you only eat a little portion because if you eat too much, it's like a psychedelic effect.
His morning crew.
Talking about those things that you have eaten, maybe from a distant land at some time. I love Lisa's text.
I do. She has tried a little bit of everything. She said she used to go with her family to wild game dinners as a child, and she had wild hog. She tried armadillo.
Ooh, really?
I don't know about that one. And she also ate rattlesnake. I don't know if I could eat a snake.
I've lived in Florida. I've had the wild hog. I've had the rattlesnake. I've never eaten an armadillo because I think it's roadkill. So maybe
never
it
had possum
was.
stew?
Maybe. Have I? No.
Have you? You had to think about it?
I do. Yeah, I did. Because I know that my in-laws in Michigan have made some interesting things that they won't tell you what it is, except one was a rabbit. And then, of course, deer.
Yeah. And I've heard rabbit and deer are absolutely delicious. I've never tried either that I know of, but no, I'm not eating oysters. Like, and I'm not that picky, but
you won't eat oysters? Oh, come on.
Or scallops.
Nor scallops.
I don't like the texture of
Liz
scallops.
is just have not lived.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
Okay, we've been doing s'mores lately in our family because the house we moved into had a built-in in the backyard fire pit already.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The
I thought you
brick
built
around it? No, I can't build that kind of stuff. I wish I could.
Nice.
I'm not a manly man. I can build my own fire pit. Yeah, but I don't know how you do it, but traditionally in our family, if we're making s'mores for the kids, it's the paper plate with the crackers, the
Graham cracker.
Hershey bar, and the marshmallows and all that stuff.
Right.
Which can get a little messy at times.
Very messy.
But I just read Hershey's because that's one of the staples of a s'more, right? You have to have the Hershey bar. They've made a s'mores caddy and grilling basket. It makes it all nice and tidy for you. It's like you're bringing your toolkit of s'mores to your fire pit.
If I show up at your fire pit with my Hershey s'mores caddy,
Okay, we're building the fire.
right, we are having some s'mores.
Bring the family. We'll get the fire going. As long as it doesn't rain, we'll be all right.
Exactly. There is a Hershey store in Times Square.
I've been there. It's
Is
awesome.
that not the best thing?
It's huge.
Ever. It's huge. Like 4 of us shared this morning because it's so humongous.
Yeah.
It's like $8.
Uh-huh.
Totally worth it.
Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
cool place. I brought Spencer there and Amanda there. My son and daughter at 2 different times when we were visiting New York City.
Yeah. The only thing that they can improve on is have a few more handy wipes. because,
Yeah, it's a little messy.
well, you have sticky marshmallow up to your elbows.
See, the M&Ms might not melt in your mouth.
Yeah.
But boy, the s'mores are a little messy.
I like the way you said
Oh,
that.
show.
S'mores.